So I was at the polling station the other day and I asked folks there, I said, how's the day been going? And they said, oh, it's been good. I said, it's the first day since voting has started that we haven't had to call the police or to call the EMTs. And I was like, really? My name is Ann Thomas. I'm with Arnie Consultants. We are a provider of Legal Shield and ID Shield benefits. And yesterday, Monday, I was volunteering at one of my local precincts. I was in charge of sanitizing as people were coming in, making sure everyone was staying socially distanced, and we got everyone to clean booths and clean areas so they could fill their ballots and go through. So it was a smooth day. And at the end of the day, I was asking the folks there, say, how was it? And they said, well, it's the first day that we've never had to call the police or the EMTs. And it just got me thinking. There's always drama around an election. There's always uncertainty. There's always concerns. But then on top of that, you put the pandemic, the economy, the unemployment, all these types of things, financial concerns, all these types of things on top of it. It can create a lot of fear in people, a lot of concern. And it really all boils down to just unknown. We don't typically like being in a situation we don't feel like we're in control. We don't know what's going to happen next. And if we don't have a plan, we don't have any direction of kind of what we're going or where we're going or a clear picture, that can create a lot of fear. And for me personally, one of the best tools that I've found for myself to overcome these things is to try to educate myself as much as possible, take advantage of whatever resources available to put some sort of plan in place. I have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. So regardless of what happens, when something knocks me off my feet, it's like, okay, the option in front of me or the plan in front of me may not be my first plan or my favorite plan, but I've got a plan and I've got a direction. Okay, I can go and I can work through this. And if we don't have that, it can be a tough place to be in. You're concerned about your family, your own health, your family's health, your loved ones, future plans, finances, all sorts of things. And I'm sure this is carrying over to the workplace. I mean, it has to be. Concerns of being safe in their jobs, or maybe spouses' jobs, or keeping their jobs, job security. And as employers, one of the best ways that we can help provide resources to our employees so they can, get knowledge, have plans, put plans in place so they have some sort of direction of what they're going through these tough times, is to provide Legal Shield, our legal benefit, to their employees. We're not necessarily dealing with major legal issues, every day, but there's always small little things that consistently pop up. Financial questions, tax questions, health, medical questions, concerns with kids if they're starting to drive or they're going away to school or just going to their local schools here if they're still in high school or middle school or something like that. All sorts of little concerns. Consumer issues. If a company's not treating somebody correctly, having an issue with a mechanic, a contractor, your phone provider. All sorts of little things. Reviewing contracts, landlord, mortgage issues, tenant issues, car payment issues, all sorts of little things. And most folks can't afford, to call up an attorney and spend, several $100s to get an hour of their time to, ask some questions and just, review, look over contracts, figure out what their legal rights are. But Legal Shield does that. You can pick up a phone, you can call, you can speak to an attorney, you have questions about contracts, questions about bills, whatever it is, and they can tell you, hey, this is how the law works, this is where you stand, these are your options ahead of you, and you can help provide your employees with with a path forward and put a plan in place so they feel like they've got some sort of control of what's going on. They can learn and get all the knowledge that they need to move forward. 2 weekends ago, I had my brother-in-law's grandmother over for dinner, 92 years old, from Austria. And as a teenager, her village, she was growing up during World War II. As a teenager, her village was destroyed by American bombers. There was a Nazi manufacturing plant next to her village, and her village, along with others, got wiped out during some of the raids. And of course, she ended up marrying a GI over there and coming back over here, and she thought it was funny how she spent all her life in a country that destroyed her home. But at the end of her conversation, one of the things she said was kind of stuck out to me was, she's 92 years old, and mind's still very sharp, And she said, you know, I've learned so many things in my life, all these things that I've learned, but it doesn't matter because I still always need to be learning. There's always something I need to be learning to figure out to move forward. And I thought that was kind of a pretty cool statement she said or she made as far as, you know, with her all of her vast life experiences, and thought that was pretty applicable today. You know, we always need to be taking advantage of the resources we're provided. You know, soaking in the knowledge so we can plan and prepare, and you know, have some sort of process for moving forward. If you're ever interested in making these resources available to your employees, please reach out. I'd love to help. Once again, Zan Thomas, and I hope you guys have a great Tuesday evening.